Welcome to the show. It is me, your girl Labora Lee. Listen, y'all. So hold on. I am I got a new mic stand as you can see. It's movable. hmm so things might seem a little off right now, but we're working it out. We're working it out. But welcome to the show. It is the first, I repeat, the first Media Monday of 2023. And I got some things to talk about. Man, hold on. I didn't even do that right. Hold on. Give me 1 second so I can get my life together. It is the first Media Monday of 2023, and we got some things to talk about, boo. Yes, we do. A lot of things. Some changes, but mostly, the Gab, because we are on the Gab beat. But before I get into it, let me just do this really, really quickly because I have to. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. I'll be right back.
Want last minute brand design help? Get top tier Fiverr freelance creatives at your fingertips fast with secure payments and 24/7 support. Head to fiverr.com today and get something started.
I'm back. I'm back. We got some things to get into real quick. A lot has happened right before the new year and when the new year was coming in. So we're going to get into it. First things first, though. A few things we have to talk about. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. Every like, every share, and every subscription means the most to us. Over here, I got a very hardworking content producer. She do a thing on my days, and she just graduated. Congratulations, Reese Boo. So she do her thing. She get to the nitty gritty of what I need her to get to. Also, join the conversation. Drop a comment, call in, or text. The number is 443-850-4828. Again, the number is 443-850-4828. Or you can ask me to drop the link and come on the show, actually, and we can talk about whatever it is that we're talking about on the show. So, with that being said, let's dive in. Let's get to some things because we need to get to them. Now, and I think I have some audio from this. I might have some audio from this. We'll see. But the line is patched in. You will be on air, so just remember, be mindful that you are on air if you do decide to call in. But let's get to this Gervonta Davis situation. Now, this rings close to my heart because he is from my city. He's from Baltimore. And, he's been doing this thing on a boxing tip. Hold on, I'm going to move this close. I feel like it sounds crazy. I'm sorry, y'all. But he's been doing his thing on the boxing tip for a long time now. Well, not a long time, but for a minute, right? And you know how when it comes to this, and I got to fix this as well. When it comes to especially sports, we got a few sports things to talk about this tonight, actually. But when it comes to sports, once you get in the game, you in the game and they not playing. These females are not playing with you fellas. So you got to be mindful of what it is that you're doing when it comes to the sports game. But Gervonta, so let's get into it. The woman who accused him, because recently he was accused of DV, a domestic situation in the lady department. Let's get into it. The woman who accused him of assault is doing an about face, now claiming that the star boxer did not harm me or our daughter, because they share a daughter together, saying the frantic 911 call she made was unnecessary. Yes, it was. Very unnecessary. Vanessa Pusar, mom of Tank's daughter, took his social media on this Friday that just passed, and seemingly did a complete 180, writing, these past days have been hurtful and extremely exhausting for all parties involved. I pride myself on being extremely private. This situation was the last thing I wanted. I wanted to be made public. The state of our relationship has been in a fragile space, and Javante and I were both at fault for the argument. So she's saying it was an argument. Puso continued, today we have sought the help. So today we have sought the help necessary to move forward with our lives. I am confident that we will succeed within our co-parenting dynamic with the counseling provided to us. A previous report stated that the 28-year-old Davis was arrested and booked in Broward County, Florida on Tuesday on a battery domestic violence charge. According to the court documents, police say that Davis did actually and intentionally touch and strike the woman against her will and did intentionally cause bodily harm to the woman. Law enforcement authorities also said that Javante struck his accuser on the right side of her head with a closed hand type of slap. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Causing the woman to suffer a facial injury and an abrasion on the inside of her upper lip. However, the 27-0, that's right, 25 of them KOs, boxers, adamantly denied the accusation against him from the start, saying, I never put my hands on my child's mother nor my fucking daughter. For you fucking crazy. Are you fucking crazy? While insisting that whole ordeal was nothing more than a money grab by his accuser. In fact, Davis contends the only reason the woman who made the claim was in fear of her life, called the police in the first place was because she was pissed he would not let her use his truck. Javante was released from jail on Wednesday and is still, at least as of now, scheduled to fight Hector Luis Garcia on January the 7th in Washington, D.C. Let me tell y'all ladies something when y'all make these claims. First of all, everybody had something to say when it was just a headline where he had been arrested. Didn't really have the details, and I have a few deets, so I'm going to get into it real quick. Didn't really have the details about what was going on. Just everybody jumped on the bandwagon. Oh my gosh, Javante did this, Javante did that, and yada, 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 yada. Because that's how it goes. People always jump to assumptions when they don't know the full story. So in this melee, in this hectic melee, what he said was she took his toothbrushes, hold on, here it goes. And she put him in poop. She did spit on him, ripped his shirt and stuff up, did a lot of scratching, was walking around the house callously. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. I'm going to put it up on the screen because I feel like that's the best way for you guys to feel what I'm saying. So let's pull it up really quick. I think that'll be best for us to do so we can get some insight on what exactly was going on so you can see part of his side. Now, usually what happens when it comes to these type of situations is the police automatically will take the female side. Now, I'm not saying that women do not, get abused, because they do all the time, right? So I'm going to show y'all this really quick. It happens. There are a lot of domestic situations that happen to ladies, and I would know. I once shared that faith myself. Now, I keep telling y'all I gave it like I got it. So don't ever don't feel sorry for me, because I'm a fighter, and nobody is ever going to put their hands on me and think that I'm not going to fight back. But let me bring this on the screen. So right now, and I'm going to let it run back. So I just want y'all to see what he said that was going on. Now, This is a picture of him having spit in his face. This is the young lady walking around willy-nilly like nothing's going on. She ripped his shirt off of him and all that good stuff. So it seemed like he was locking himself in the room. And then he's showing a toothbrush where she put the poop on it. So I say all of this to say that you don't always know exactly what happened. You just jump to assumptions and assume that happened because she said it happened and she's the one that called 911. And I'm not going to play her 911 call, but that was also recorded. You could hear her calling the police and all of that good stuff. You can also hear his assistant who was there, or somebody on his team who was there saying, this is unnecessary. Why are you doing this? And she was like, I don't care. And then she calls 911. So she doesn't seem like a battered woman to me, in essence. And she retracted her statement. So I don't think that it really went down like how she said it went down. And that's just all I'm gonna say. I think it was one of those crying wolf situations. And ladies, I need us to stop doing that. Well, not us, because I would never do it, but I need that to stop happening. Because if in the event that something really does happen to a woman and you out here crying wolf, then guess what? It's subject for that woman to not be believed. And that's messed up, for real. Like, that's really messed up. So yeah, I didn't like that one whatsoever. I ain't like that whatsoever. All right, so let's keep it moving because we got more to get into. We did, because we nosy over here. We are. So let's get into Lamar Odom. So there's a few sports figures in this podcast this evening. It's a few of them. Lamar Odom is adamant he didn't use illicit narcotic, because I don't like to say that word on here, but narcotic, the night he OD'd at the Nevada brothel, claiming that the owner wanted him dead and applied him with narcotic. He says just that on Fox Primetime Special Monday at 9 p.m., where he also talks about doing Khloe Kardashian dirty. Lamar says he doesn't know why Dennis Hoff, the late owner of the Love Ranch South in Pahrump, Nevada, would want to kill him, nor does he know how the narcotic wound up in his system when he OD'd and nearly passed. The way Lamar recalls his infamous trip in 2015 to the brothel, he had one drink when he arrived and woke up 3 days later in the hospital with tubes coming out of his body, unable to speak or walk. Lamar says, hold on, let me make sure I didn't skip any because it'll be going fast. Okay, yeah, that was good. Lamar says in the show, Khloe was the love of his life and he has a lot of regrets and would like to spend more time with her again to make things right. He opens up in vivid detail about how their marriage collapsed. Whew. Lamar, I don't think you'll ever have another shot to do that with Khloe. Not that I'm a fan of the Kardashians, because I am not. But let me tell you something about a woman scorned. When you hurt a woman and you hurt her bad and you keep continuously hurting a woman, she has a breaking point. And she gets to that point where she no longer wants to deal with the bullshit. And it's just what it is. I can't even candy coat that shit. Like, it comes to a breaking point. And she had hers. She was tired of dealing with the bullshit. As far as you being at the ranch and you not knowing, like, I find it weird that you even remember anything about what happened. I mean, before the drink or whatever, like, it's the Bunny Ranch. So how do you know if you didn't take drugs and you were doing drugs at the time? Because it was not only recorded you doing it at the ranch and it being in your system at the ranch, but you remember you did that show with them, right? You and Khloe and Rob were all in the house together and stuff, and it was weird stuff going on there. and then you had your peoples from NY there with you, and it was weird with him too. Like, I'm not saying you actually did drugs when you went there, but I'm just saying your recollection might be a little bit fuzzy. You were doing drugs in that time frame. And I don't think you just stopped doing drugs the day you went to the bunny ranch. I'm sorry. I have to be pessimistic when it comes to this particular situation. Just sorry. All right. Sorry. And I like Lamar. I think that he's a good dude. He just has issues that problems he needs to iron out. And that was just one of them, the drug use situation. He admitted to it. He admitted that he had previous drug issues. So I think that was one of them things that you needed to kind of like recognize. It could have been that. I don't know. I can't see the owner doing that, but I can't say I see it. Like, you need to make it make sense to me. I need to be able to see the situation. And this is one of them situations where I really just don't see it. I don't, Lamar, sorry. All right, where we at? Let me do this really, really quick. I say this really, really quick. So, Fenty Savage Lingerie by Rihanna. You get 2 for $29 and 50% off. Other items for a new VIP membership. Play that one more time so you can see it. 2 for $29, 50% off for a new VIP membership. Off the other items as well. I do own some Fenty Savage. I will tell you, I do love it. It's great products. Very well-fitting lingerie and stuff. I'm gonna bring my little pad on here one time. But not today. Okay, so let's keep it moving. Okay, so let's get to this Tory Lanez situation. I don't feel like we're gonna be done with this Tory Lanez situation for a minute. Reason being, and yeah, I might bring that up on the screen real quick. But the reason being I say that we won't be done with it for a while is because now that the trial is over, a lot of the trial documents and evidence are coming out. And this is one vlogger, because she do a lot of things. She brought some tea. And so we have to give Nick at Night very much credit for doing her thing. When I say this was investigative journalism to the core, it was investigative journalism to the core. All right, so a few things leaked online. All right. I wanted to go specifically to her page though. Okay, so the call, I think I played a little bit of that, came out. Neat though. Nick at Night, she had on her show a plethora of things, including the actual the footage of Kelsey with the cops and talking about the incident and what happened. So they do have pictures. I'm gonna bring this up on the screen, and then we're gonna talk about that, because I did talk a little bit about it, but we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna bring up some things on the screen really quickly. I want to just get back to. So we know that so let's read this. Tory Lanez told Meg Thee Stallion's friend Kelsey Harris he was wasted the night of the shooting, which I told you some of that sounds incredibly remorseful according to the leaked audio. We do have that audio. I can play some of it. So according to the leaked audio, the rapper's jail phone call from when he was arrested. In the audio, which is now surfacing online, and we're going to give credit where credit is due, Nick at Night. Tory tells Kelsey, I was just so fucking drunk that I ain't even know what the fuck was going on. Tory adds, I ain't never done some shit like that. I didn't even understand what the fuck was going on regardless. These are just little tidbits. Regardless, though, that's not going to make anything right. It's not going to make my actions right. The Canadian rapper apologizes to Kelsey, telling her he was sorry for what happened. As for what Tory claims, as for why Tory claimed he was drunk, later in the jail call, he explains, when I got to the house, I assure you off the top, ninjas, they gave me like 5 shots off the door. I was out of there. He also says he forgot what the argument was about before the shooting. I didn't mean to say that, but before the incident. Tory made the call after his initial arrest for the July 2020 incident. And during the conversation, he asked Megan's ex-friend to bail him out of jail. While the audio is just now leaking, Tory's jail call to Kelsey was played for the jury during the trial. Tory never took the stand, but it appears that the jail call likely played a role in his conviction. Tory is waiting sentencing, and he is facing more than 22 years in prison. And then the Canadian may be deported. Now, I want to show y'all something. I could play the audio, but I believe I played a little tidbit of it already. So let me just show you something. Because in the situation the interrogation that Nick at Night played, and then she gave a lot of the evidence that went along with it as well, which I have the jail call sitting right here, but I want to show you something. In the interrogation, Kelsey explained that they were going back and forth about him and Meg were going back and forth, and she jumped in and said, yo, you're not going to talk to my friend like that. And then he attacked her. Now, I want to show y'all this really quick. So I want to show y'all, because this is also courtesy of Nick at Night as well. But I can't talk about it without bringing it on the screen so you can see what I see. And to my listening audience, hopefully I'm going to explain it to you as vividly as I can. But I'm going to bring this on the screen really quick. This is why it's important, if you do listen, that you go to YouTube if you would like to see certain footage, because you can only see it if you're there to see it. Let me add this on the screen. All right, so this is Kelsey. Let me make this larger. Hold on. So this is Kelsey here in the corner. Wait, let me let's do this. Oh no. Okay, so this is Kelsey here in the corner, right? And what it's showing is that she has bruises. Dang, you can't see my mouse, but it's showing the bruises that she occurred during the tussle that she and Tory had. So in my mind, it's like, was he apologizing for what he did to her, or was he apologizing for the whole incident in itself? But what we find is that is what incriminated him in the first place. That's what brought all of this on in the first place, is that testimony, her testimony from her interrogation with the police, which is lengthy. That's why I can't think. I don't remember how long Nick at Night's live was. I think it was like 2 to 3 hours or something like that. I watched all of it, boo, though, because I was interested. And she gave so that's why I say this was investigative journalism at its core, and she had the connection, and she was at the trial as well. So these are things that go along with what was going on. She was at the trial. Actually, at the trial, I've seen video of her and photos of her being at the trial. She took one with EJ, which was one of the witnesses at the trial. If you don't know who EJ is Meg Thee Stallion's stylist. So she took a photo with him, and more, but then she wound up getting a plug, and the plug wound up helping her gain access to the evidence that was presented at court. So, yeah, yeah, man, big shout out to her. She does her thing when it comes to that. But I think all of these things played a part in why Tory was convicted. See, everybody was trying to figure out, because a lot of people was like, nah, Tory's not going to get convicted. Let's bring up this too. This also courtesy of Nick at Night. Um, so we're gonna make sure we give her all the props because she did her thing. This is actually footage of Meg Thee Stallion in the ambulance. Let's turn this on. So that was actually Meg in the ambulance. So when I say Nick did her thing, she did her thing. But a lot of things surfaced because now the trial is over and he awaits sentencing and all that good stuff. So, oh yeah, let me get all of it. I was trying to make sure I didn't have more footage that I wanted to add because I'll go and save stuff from here and there. But yeah, so that happened. It happened, and if we were skeptical about what was going on before, because we didn't have, like, I had no dog. I just wanted to know what really happened. I'm nosy just like the next person. But now we have more information about what exactly happened that night. You had the witness who lived right where they started shooting at. The Nick did her thing, but I got that part of the testimony about the witness because his house was right behind, like his window was right where they were at. That I got from the lawyer, one of the lawyers that was at the trial. And then I think he's the entertainment lawyer or something like that. And then Nick also had some footage that came from inside someone's house because they had, the ring system in their house. And it definitely let off 5 shots. I heard 5. It was 5 shells, 4 of which they found that night. And then the person who had the footage in his house, his son found the casing the next day. So it was a lot that went into it. So I don't know if it's remorse because he fought on her, because he definitely fought on her, or was it remorse because of all the things that happened? But he did definitely call and say he was sorry to Kelsey. He did ask about Meg, and he seemed very concerned about her as well. So it is what it is. Let's keep it moving though. All right. So, a few things to talk about. A few things to get into. Not for the quick topics. So this one is dear to my heart because we're on time. We're good. I'm a big soccer fan. FIFA, yeah, I rocks with FIFA. So thousands of fans, and then I got people in Brazil that listen to this podcast. So big shout out Brazil. Thousands of fans poured into Brazilian streets on Monday morning to pay their respects to Pelé, as the funeral for the late soccer legend got underway at a famed football stadium in Santos. People decked out in their number 10 jerseys, because that was his number, and clad in yellow and green attire, lined up to get a glimpse of the former footballer's coffin and Urbano, I don't want to say it wrong, but in the stadium in Brazil. And some camped out for hours to be the first to be allowed into the cemetery. For services, Pele's body was placed under a tent on the field at the venue, the same place where he scored hundreds of goals for Santos FC for nearly 2 decades. Early on, Pele's family members were seen standing at his casket, hugging and kissing him. Many soccer stars from across the globe are expected to attend the funeral later on, and the whole ceremony is being streamed live, and is expected to last several hours before Pelé is laid to rest, and the memorial at the cemetery. He died at a hospital in Sao Paulo on Thursday after a lengthy battle with cancer. He was 82 years old. Let me tell you something. If you have not watched the story, you can go on Netflix right now and find a story about him, or you can go on YouTube and find a story about him. That man was a athletic genius when it comes to soccer. I hate to call it soccer, but that's what we call it here in America. In other countries, it's called football, but they call our sport that we call football American football. That man was a freak of nature. When I say he played the sport of football or soccer, depending on where you're from, he played it. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of his story. It was a lot in that story. So go check those out. May he rest easy. He lived a long life though. Like I say, he was 82 years old. And so may he rest easy. Let's get back into it. Gangsta Boo. We got to get into her because, 3-6, a lot of us came up on 3-6 Mafia. But let me read this. At 4:53 p.m., sources connected to Gangsta Boo tells reporters that the rapper's passing appears to be drug related. We're told the gangsta was with her brother last night. When it happened, at a local concert in Memphis, and that her siblings started to OD over time in the night, requiring hospitalization. While he ended up being okay, our sources tell us that people familiar with Gangsta Boo's passing scene insist that narcotics were found on her person and that a fentanyl-laced substance is believed to be at play. We're told that the police were launching an official investigation, and autopsy obviously needs to be done as well to see what caused her passing. Her name is Lola Mitchell, aka Gangsta Boo, former member of 3-6 Mafia and a pioneer for female rap. Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was. She was definitely, but that's what the sources are saying happened to her. It's sad. She was 43 years of age, and many have spoken out on her passing. A lot of people were affected by that. I was shocked myself when I heard. So yeah, that's that. Yeah. Ice Cube says he's never giving up on the fight to obtain the rights to his beloved Friday franchise, but won't go to court to get the job done. The legendary rapper, he was on Dash Radio, and they was asking him about his struggle to own Friday and about any potential spinoff opportunities for the franchise. They're not giving that up. And they're not giving that. Who got it? I think Paramount. Let me see. Oh, no, Warner. So Cube, clearly amused by the question, reminded us that the contracts that he got with Warner Brothers for the film have a ton of fine print, including that using the same characters in the capacity on a new project would not fly. Cube has been pushing to get the rights back from Warner Brothers for years now, and it's been an uphill battle. Several original cast members like Tommy Lester, Anthony Johnson have passed, and Cube recently scooped off at the suggestion for Mike Tyson to buy his own rights back. Cube said he's not interested in taking Warner Brothers to court over the issue, but the movie giant should just pass on the rights. Giant should just pass on the rights to resume the franchise. So yeah. Good though. I think that with the newer generations of comedians and the new talent out here, it would be an awesome thing to bring that back. I do. I feel like it would be an amazing thing to bring that back. You got DC Young Fly. He could kill it. There's a lot of people that could be in there, so I think that they should. But let's keep it moving. So YFN Lucci says he's not a witness in the Young Thug YSL case. He said he is not a witness to be used against Young Thug in the RICO case. and this is according to the rapper's attorney. YFN Lucci's attorney, Drew Fielding, says that Rashawn Bennett, aka Lucci, has not been named as a witness in the case whatsoever. He makes it clear that Lucci has never been reviewed or subpoenaed by law enforcement and the Fulton County District Attorney's Office or any of the parties regarding the case. As you know, they had some stuff going on. They had a lot of stuff going on, and so he said he's not going to be a part of it. And that's, it is what it is. Now there is a rapper missing, Theophilus London. I couldn't even get that out. I get tongue tied. Is missing since July. Cops are investigating. Former Kanye West collaborator has vanished without a trace. Says his family now, who's now pulling out all stops to lock down his whereabouts. Law enforcement resources tell the reporters that London's relatives filed a missing persons report with the LAPD on Tuesday. The cops are now investigating the situation. According to London's family, the last time the Trinidad and Tobago born artist was seen from was heard from was July. They said they flew to LA this week to file a police report. Man, that's crazy. But you know what's even crazier? They saying, where's Kanye West too? What if they're together making some music? I mean, maybe he's one of those people that, keep in touch with his family. But yeah, you just never know. Now, this is some more sports talk. Let's get into this real quick. Alabama quarterback Bryce Young declares for the NFL draft, and he's projected to be a top pick. We'll see how that's going to go. Well, let's just get through the playoffs real quick before we start draft picking, but whatever. Let's get back to the rest of these quick topics. Barbara Walters, one of the biggest and most recognizable news anchors in the world, has passed. Barbara, and y'all don't remember the time she owned the Kardashians and that time that she asked Mariah Carey about some lines from Nicki Minaj's song. Barbara has interviewed and talked to everybody, so that's a sad one a little bit. She is a news icon. Jeremy Renner is in critical but stable condition in Reno after the weather-related accident after the snowplow ran his leg over. There are reports that there are other injuries as well. Dang, man. You gotta be careful with these snowplows out here, man. Robin Roberts announces that she is getting married to her boo, her life partner, her bookie boo. Let's see. Her partner's name is Amber Lane. So she announced that. What else is going on? Fred White, the drummer from Earth, Wind & Fire. Oh my gosh. I'm about to lose it right now, y'all. I'm sorry, because that is one of my favorites. They on my wall. Right there. I love Earth, Wind & Fire, so excuse me for having that outburst, but they on my wall twice because they right here too. So, they right here, and then they right there. I love Earth, Wind & Fire. That hurt my feelings. I'll put that back up later. They ain't going away. But Fred White, the drummer for Earth, Wind & Fire, has passed. Fred passed on Sunday, according to his brother and bandmate Verdine. The cause of his passing is unclear. Just not right about this. This kind of hurt a little bit. Let me keep it moving. Oh my gosh. May he rest in peace. Prince Harry is hoping to mend the deep rift with his family and now says he's pleading for harmony with them. Even as him and Meghan Markle, they have very publicly aired their grievances with the royals, including the night. Oh, girl, I was about. Thank you, Reese. I love this part, the last thing. Thank you, Reese. You're going to understand in a minute. But even though him and Meghan have been very public about all of the grievances and the stuff that was going on, including a Netflix special that is on Netflix right now, I watched it. Trust me, I watched it. I wanted to hear what they had to say. All kinds of interviews. I think they did one with Oprah, exclusive one with Oprah. Now he wants to fix it. Could this be because now his dad is king? I don't know. I mean, they're still the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, but they're not known as, they don't have that title of Royal Highnesses anymore. But they're still the Duke and Duchess. They still keep that title. So maybe they're trying to work it out for their son Archie so that he will receive his title. Because if you know, before the Queen passed, she set a couple of things in stone for the future of the monarch. I choked when I heard about Earth, Wind, and Fire. But this is my last one because I don't want to choke anymore. And then I'm going to tell y'all some stuff in a second. Brian May McQueen. I'm going to tell you who Brian is. He's right there. That's Brian. I love him. Oh, my gosh. One of my favorite guitarists. If you don't know, let me move this over because my little thing is covering them up. All right. So that's Brian right there. Uh-huh. Oh, Reese loves me. Thank you, Reese Poe. But Brian McQueen, May McQueen. May Queen. Brian May. His name is Brian. I couldn't even get out because I'm choking and I'm going crazy. But that's Brian right there. Him right here. I would take it down, but I don't want to break it. But that's Brian right there. So Brian May, Queen guitarist, receives knighthood Friday as a part of UK's annual New Year's Eve honors list. Yes. So now he is Sir Brian May. Oh my gosh, she knew what she was doing when she bought me that album because she knows how much I love Queen. So yeah, she knew what she was doing when she did that, and she knew I was gonna get excited. But yes, Brian. So now Brian is no longer just Brian; he is Sir Brian because he's been knighted. Let's go, Brian. He deserves it. Like Paul McCartney got knighted. A few people got knighted, but Brian deserves it. He's from the UK. He should have been got it. Brian, yes, Brian. One of my favorite guitarists, though. I love Brian May. I do. The big, long, curly hair. I've always loved Brian, so I'm so happy about that news. Again, thank you, Reese Pooh, for adding that to my quick topics. You knew that was going to get me excited. You knew it. And I'm going to text her when the show is over and be like, girl, you knew what you was doing when you put that Brian May piece in there. And I got too excited. I got tongue twisted. But she knew exactly what she was doing when she put that Brian May piece in there. But yeah, that's Brian right there. Him. That's Brian. I love Queen. I'm never going to deny it. I love Queen. All right, let's take this down real quick. I'm sorry, y'all got excited. Yes, Sir Brian. Yes. Most people, when it comes to Queen, it's all about Freddie. And I love Freddie too. He was the voice. I love Freddie Mercury. But those riffs, I've always loved Brian. I've always loved Brian. So yes, Sir Brian May, congratulations on your knighthood, sir. So yes. It's all love there. I gotta show some love really quick though. Oh my gosh. And if you ever watch the show, that's another thing. You get to see my ambiance when you watch the show. But you'll notice that Queen album always stays right there. Unless I get in the mood and put it in my little record player right here. But yes, I don't play about I love Queen. One of my favorite rock bands of all times. I got a few, but they at the top of the list. Let's get to showing this love real quick. I'm sorry, y'all just made me excited. I can't believe I just got that excited on a live show. I'm a little bit embarrassed, but don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't you judge me. I can't help it. I love Queen. I gotta show some love to my peoples though. You hold me down. Thank you to anybody who is watching this show from Twitch, YouTube, or our Facebook page. I love it. And I got some changes I got to talk about in a second. That's why I'm trying to get to the nitty gritty of it all. But I think I can gradually tell you about them, but I'm going to make sure I tell you about all the changes because it's very important that you know it's going down, baby, because it's going down. I love you guys, though, and I appreciate you so much. But some things have to change. All right. I just wanted to get to where I needed to be. Okay? So, let me get to it, which I think we are good. Okay, so top 6: United States, Germany, France, India, the UK, and Belgium. I love you guys. Thank you for being at the top of my list and listening to this podcast. You guys are great. You help me keep it going. And I love you very, 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 very much. I do. So Brazil, I love you. I love all of you equally, by the way, but they on top 6. So Brazil, the Netherlands, Singapore, South Africa, Spain, Philippines, Belgium, Australia, Japan, Mexico, Ireland, Nepal, Mauritius, Israel, Canada, Hong Kong. I don't want to miss anybody. Hold on. Wait a minute. I got y'all though. Russia. China. Oh, this is the other one. Okay, so Russia. I know it's Austria. Russia, Austria, Switzerland. So many of you guys, man. And I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. Switzerland. Oh my gosh, there's so many of y'all. I think I got most of y'all. Okay, so Russia, Switzerland, Austria, China, I said Philippines, Tunisia, Venezuela. I'm not done. I'm not finished, you guys. I got more to say. Kenya. Oh man, you guys are amazing. Hold on. Let me get this off the screen really, really quickly. Let's see. I gotta do this because it doesn't work on my little blanket and I keep forgetting. Okay, so yeah. Get that here so I can get everybody in here really quick. Because I want to give everybody love, man. Give everybody love. Because all we need is love, baby. All we need is love. I'm not going to sing it. I'm just going to say all we need is love. Okay, so here we go. All right, let me make sure I got everybody. So I said Russia, I said Austria, I said China, Hong Kong, Tunisia, Poland, Venezuela. I think I said you guys as well. Hold on, I'm not finished. I'm absolutely not finished, darlings. Hold on. Oh man. Okay, so Nigeria, I think I said Kenya. The list is long, so I love each and every one of you guys. And so here comes the changes that are about to happen. So I need my book so I can really tell y'all what's about to go down because it's about to go down. The changes that are happening. Dang, did I leave the book in my bedroom? I probably did. So anyway, I can tell you what's about to go down. So starting on probably the second or third week of January, what's going to start happening is one, dang, I can't believe I lost the book. And I had all the changes in it. Well, I didn't lose it, but I just don't know where it is in here right now. That's what happens when you clean up. But we will be continue to do Media Monday live on Mondays. I'm going to keep that tradition going because it's been going for a long time. Wyatt Wednesdays and Fire Fridays will be pre-recorded from now on. And I will, as far as Facebook is concerned, I will be sharing clips, but I won't be sharing the whole show. In order to watch the whole show from now on, you will have to go to our YouTube page. Or it won't be on my particular page, my personal page, which is the way I show it right now. But you will have to go to our YouTube page, and pretty soon we will also have a situation, our channel on this web 3.0 site called View It, and we'll be having a channel on there. Why? Because it's a lot of perks with that situation. I will be telling you more about that, and especially if you would like to start your own channel. So I think it's much that you can gain from it. So we will pre-record the show on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but they will air, the clips will air on social media the same day that they'll air on YouTube and View It. But the only way that you get the full show is if you go to YouTube or View It. And then also, as far as sponsors, they probably won't be, well, I don't know. I don't think that necessarily, you might get clips on YouTube and might not necessarily the full show on YouTube. In order to get the full show from now on, sorry, I got to do it, but I've been giving myself up to you guys for free for 2 years. I felt like it's time for a change. So what's going to happen is, if you want to hear the show, you'll get clips of the show as far for free, but you will have to go, in order to watch the whole show, you will have to join the subscriptions on one of our podcast situations, or buy a subscription through our View It channel. Because we got to change some things up, but it's not happening just yet. I'm gonna give y'all time, and I'm gonna make sure that I'll be able to break down everything so you know when it's gonna happen. I'm not gonna just jump into it, but let me look at the date that's supposed to happen exactly, because it's mapped out a little bit. So that'll be happening. Hold on. I need to pull up a calendar. That'll be happening, though, the 3rd week of January. Also, Hood History will be here on January the 21st. I've decided that show will only air on Saturdays. You will be able to watch that show for free if you would like to, every Saturday. Because I like history, and I think that you should know. And when I say hood, I'm not going to be breaking it down like everybody breaks it down, like, oh, well, in 1909, I'm going to give it to you in the rawest form that I could give it to you. Like, that's how I'm giving it. That's how I'm bringing it. But I'm going to tell you the true facts, and you're going to hear about it. So let me get into some other things. Dior. Sign up for Dior's newsletter and receive a complimentary gift with the purchase and using the promo Welcome You. Okay? So again, sign up for Dior's newsletter and receive a complimentary gift with your purchase using the promo Welcome You. If you like Dior, go to that. The link is in the description above or below, depending on how you're watching this. Also, HelloFresh, get 21 meals and a free free shipping and 3 free gifts. One more time, 21 free meals, free shipping, plus 3 gifts when you put in HelloFresh 21. The link is in the description above or below, depending on how you're watching this. And also nakedwines.com. Flex offer, $100 off a 6-pack. So it'll be exactly $39.99 with shipping included for $39.99, because they're giving you $100 off. And all you have to do is put in Flex Offers 6. The link, but you can only get this from me. You can't get it. You can just go on the site and just get it. Nah, you got to go through my links in order to get these deals. I got deals. I got deals, man. And then I'm going to take a brief break, and I'll be right back because I got something to say to you guys. It is me, your girl, Labora Lee, and today is a new day. Today is the day that you begin your podcasting journey. Today is the day that you will begin to be heard. How do you ask? Sign up for Red Circle. I'm telling you, I've been at this podcasting game for 2 years now, and joining Red Circle was one of the best decisions that I ever made. Sign up today for free. How? Just hit the link. You'll thank me later. Because I'm trying to inspire your other creators out here. Just let your creative juices flow. You might have a show that you want to start somewhere, some kind of show, some kind of situation, And I'm just trying to encourage you to be your greater you and do what it is you came out here to do. All right. That's what I'm doing. I enjoy being a creative, and I think you will too. Check out our boutique, Ambitiously the Boutique, on our website. The link is in the description above and below. Hit the Linktree link is there too. Women's and children's clothing, jewelry, beauty goods, all of that good stuff. Check it out. You might find something you like. I'm just saying, you might just find something that you like. www.ambitiouslyentertainment.com/ambitiously the boutique. Go check that joint out. I'm trying to tell you. So, some things I gotta say before I get out of here. I just need to get that off my chest. If you would like to be a guest on the show, if you're looking for advertisement, you have suggestions for the show, perhaps. I don't know. Whatever it is, hit us up. I'm ambitiously the podcast at gmail.com. All of that. You can do all of that right there. Hit us up. If you would like our media kit, hit us up and we'll send it to you. Make sure you have it. You can always join the conversation anytime you like. You can. And you want to jump in and talk about the things that we're talking about, I would love that. Drop a comment, call in, text 443-850-4828, 443-850-4828. And we will talk about it, honey. Or you can ask me to drop the link and I will, and you can come on air and we can talk about it. But just if you ask me to drop the link, just be on your best behavior. I don't have time to be fussing people and cussing people out. I don't be feeling like it. I just want to do the show and have a good time. If I do play music videos, know that I have full permission to play any videos that I play. I just don't go out here playing videos all willy-nilly. I ask for permission or they send it to me, so then I have permission. It's just that simple. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We appreciate that's the free way to support this podcast. So do that. We would appreciate it. We really, really would. We really, really would. Again, check out our website, www.ambitiouslyentertainment.com, and you can also find the boutique on that website. Yes, you can, honey. Yes, you can. If you would like to donate to the show, capital LUR LUCIDITY, capital capital LUR LUCIDITY. I get tongue twisted saying that sometimes. I don't know why I know why I got excited about Brian May. I love Brian May. I don't know what you heard, but I love Queen, period. Let's go. I just love it. The podcast is streaming on all streaming sites. There will be free episodes, but you'll also have to pay for some episodes too. You can't get everything for free. I'm just saying, people. When I look like a cheap date, I am not. So that's that. What time is it? Okay. It's time for me to say the things that I come here to say all the time at the end of this show, because I have to say them, because it's just what it is. I have to say these things. If I don't say it, you won't know. First of all, tune in Wednesday night, 9:30, because it's still going to happen. I said later on in January, not just yet, because I'm still mapping things out. But tune in this Wednesday night for Wet and Wired Wednesday. Very interesting conversation I have mapped out for us, and I think you'll enjoy it. So tune in. What else? But besides that, the things that I have to say is this. Mind your motherfucking business. Just mind your business. If you want to be nosy, come here. Let me tell you other people's business, because that's what I do on Media Monday. We are on the Gab Beat, and I love telling y'all people's business. So come here, and I'll tell you. Right here. That's all you got to do. Show up. I got you. Trust me. I got you. Love your babies. Hug your babies. Kiss your babies. Caress your babies. Tell them they are great. Tell them that they are the greatest of all times and that they could be anything that they would like to be. If they want to work for NASCAR, tell them to be the best pit boss driver, be the best pit boss, NASCAR driver, or whatever else they do over at the NASCAR. I don't know. I don't work for NASCAR. If they want to work for NASA, my baby does, then tell them to be the best astronaut, engineer, janitor, or even secretary, receptionist, or whatever, security guard that they want, whatever they doing at NASA. tell them to be the best at it because they need that encouragement. These kids need the most encouragement these days. So tell them to do that. And last but not least, hold on, can't even say it yet. Can't even say it yet. Give me 1 second. All right, now I can say it. Last but not least, stay in your motherfucking lane because you jump in my lane, you getting this. Oh, yes, you are. She's a beast. She is a beast. You rather have her. She's cute and cuddly. So lovable. Yeah. Or at least this. I'm purring, I'm happy. Listen, you don't want the first one though. She is just she's vicious. Because what happens when you jump into other people's lanes is a collision happens and nobody needs that. So stay in your lane. Karen, Becky, Kim, Wanda, whatever your name is, just stay in your damn lane. That's all I'm saying. And with that being said, y'all, I love you guys so much. And I really got to break out of here. Be safe. Be loving. Be considerate. Be all of those things. It's already hard enough out here in this life. So just make your life easier. And then it doesn't hurt to help somebody else and make their day brighter. So with that being said, good night, y'all. I love y'all. Bye.